Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this chat to get ready with me. I am, well, gonna get ready. I don't have any makeup on right now and I'm just gonna be using some makeup that I'm either in the process of reviewing or stuff that I'm trying for the first time or like tried and true favorites. It's gonna be a little bit of a mix and I'm gonna be chatting a little bit about stuff that you've been asking me about, like things that you wanted me to talk about. And I'm actually not going to be wearing any primer today because I am in the process of reviewing this iconic London Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint. I am using mine in neutral medium. So today I'm not going to be wearing a primer and I'm just going to wear it as is and we'll see how it works out. I am a little bit more tan on my body than I am on my face, so hopefully this is going to be a good match. You're probably thinking, wait, am I confused? Is this not Friday? It is Friday. And the reason why this is not my new makeup releases is because when you're watching this, I'm actually on my way back from my little girlcation that I've had with my friends in Orlando at Disney World. Someone was asking me, is it Disneyland or Disney World? And we're going to Disney World. I've never been to Orlando. I've never been to Disney there. I'm even wearing my earrings in today's video because I'm like, channeling my inner Disney child. Isma is the best villain. Fight me. Actually, don't fight me because I'm like little and frail. But yeah, we are going to Disney and we've been to Disney this week as you're seeing this, and I'm traveling back on Friday. So new makeup releases is coming on Sunday instead. So there's still gonna be a new makeup releases. It just happens to be on Sunday. So if you were wondering where that one is, hold on tight, don't forget to subscribe. It's coming on Sunday. I'm gonna be filming it as soon as I'm back from my vacation. Should we be zooming in a little bit so that we can actually talk? And I can like try and, what is this? I can get radio on this. And I can like see if I can find, because I did ask you like, what would you like me to talk about? And I got quite a few suggestions. So I thought maybe I can dig up a couple of these. Some of them were related to Disney, which is obviously super exciting, so we can talk about those as well. But let me just get this one on. Let's zoom in a little bit so that you can actually see what's going on, and let's dig into the questions. This one's really funny because it just says Disney exclamation point, your favorite movies, what rides you're most excited for. You could just make it chatty Disney themed. I was actually thinking about that first, but then I realized that the only like makeup things I think I own that are like Disney themed is like from ColourPop, and I didn't really want to make like a full face of ColourPop, so yeah, I decided to not do that. But I mean, my favorite Disney movies, I love Emperor's New Groove. It's such an underrated movie. It is so fun, and it is also something as refreshing as a Disney movie. There are a couple of Disney movies nowadays. A movie not about love, not about like girl gets saved by boy, or even like girl saves boy. It's about friendship. It is about changing your mind, the power of growing as a person and realizing that you can do better. The power of changing your mind about a person or changing somebody's character to being a better person. I just think it's such a good movie, and it also has some of the best one-liners or like jokes in the whole Disney universe. I just think it is such a good movie. I also will say I love Beauty and the Beast, even though it is like Stockholm Syndrome at its finest. I really do think it is a great movie. The characters are great, the animations are great, the music is great. I really think it's a good movie. I also really love Mulan, but it's because Mushu is my favorite sidekick ever. I'm sorry, but he is the best. And when it comes to the parks and what I'm looking forward to, I don't think I'm looking forward to a specific ride or a specific thing, or someone was asking me a specific foods. I'm not really looking forward to anything specific like that because I don't know enough about Disney, and some of the girls that I'm going with know quite a lot about Disney. So I think for them, they are the ones basically helping they are the ones helping us make this happen. This trip actually started as something that me, Heather Austin, Linda from Glitter Fallout, and Ali Dawson were talking about. We were like, we should do this. And since then it has grown a bit, and I feel like I got a question about this, like who is going? And we have a group chat, and I can like let you know which ones are in the group chat, because like as you're seeing this, you probably already saw in my stories who's going. Yeah, here's another one that is what you're looking forward to the most at Disney. It's just having a trip with friends. If that wasn't clear with my other answer, just doing something with my friends, experiencing a new place, eating lots of fun food, just having fun. I'm just super excited. And I will say that like for me, I think seeing the Star Wars place again is something that's very high on my list. I've also never been to Epcot or Animal Kingdom, and I'm super excited about that. Oh my god, I couldn't find the question here. Did I forget to save it? Maybe I did. I feel so bad now. But yeah, I got someone asking me who I was going to Disney with and like how we met or something like that. And I'm so sorry if I forgot your question to save it, but like I'm very sorry. I am actually filming this on a Sunday, and someone was asking me about like, how is your like life-work balance working out? And I was like, well, I'm filming this on a Sunday, so obviously it's going terrific. But like I said, the girls that we're going with, first I did mention Linda from Glitter Fallout, Heather Austin, and Allie Dawson. Allie lives in Orlando, and she definitely is one of the ones helping a lot with like where are we gonna eat, where are we gonna go, and also Linda, because Linda is very familiar with Disney. And then of course Teresa from Teresa's Dead, she also lives in the neighborhood, so she is also coming. And then we have people that are also living in the neighborhood that are coming to the park. Amanda, the owner of Unearthly, is coming. Rachel Palmiero, if you're not following her, you definitely should. I will link all these people. She's also living in the neighborhood. She's coming. Batty Bean is coming. She also lives in the neighborhood, so she's coming. And also Leah Janae, she's also traveling down there, and she is also coming. And I met her in Charleston, and I'm so excited to meet her again. Some of these girls I've never met. Well, now I have, as you're seeing this video, but like I've never met them, and I'm just super excited to meet them. And like I said, I will link these girls down below. It's gonna be so much fun, and I hope I'm not forgetting someone, but these are the ones that are like in the group chat. It's gonna be so much fun. Like, you have no idea. I'm so excited about just, I mean, we're doing so many fun things. We're having brunch at Cinderella's castle. I mean, what's not to love? I bought specific outfits to wear. I'll have vlogs, by the way. If it wasn't clear, I'm gonna have vlogs, and I'll put that up on my vlog channel. As soon as I get home, I'm gonna start putting up vlogs, because I'm definitely filming more than one vlog. I put on some lip liner as well. This is the Unearthly Cosmetics Fiery Lip Liner. It's a little bit of a muted orange because I want to use this lipstick that came in one of their mystery boxes. I think this one is back in stock. I don't know if it's still in stock as this is going up, because like I said, I'm pre-filming a little bit, but this one is called Gnarly, not Gnarly, like it's a silent G, right? A Gnarly? Again, English, not my first language, and look at that. It's so beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. Someone was asking me, what are the top qualities you look for in friends since you're getting ready to get away with some? And I think this is a really interesting question, because my belief when it comes to friends has always been that like not all friends are like, you can have different friends for different things. I don't know if that makes sense. Not every friend is going to be your party friend. Not every friend is going to be your shopping friend. Not every friend is going to be your gaming friend. Not every friend is going to be your deep talk friend. Some friends are of course good at more than one thing, and some friends are good at all the things, and some are going to stay around longer with you because, like, let's say I have friends that was my clubbing friends. And unfortunately, we grew apart when maybe both of us decided that clubbing is not for us anymore, and they found other interests and I found other interests, and all of a sudden we just didn't have anything that was like pulling us together as friends anymore. Or maybe I have friends that kept doing something that I'm no longer doing. Like, I had friends that was only my World of Warcraft friends, and as I stopped playing World of Warcraft, we didn't have anything any longer that we were talking about. But then I had some friends, like my best friend Lisa, that is also my World of Warcraft friend, but we were also other we also have other things like going on as well. So we just stopped playing World of Warcraft together and now we do the other things instead. But like we all know that if we have a group of friends, or if we have, I mean, some friends are not friends with each other. If something like really big happens in your life, like something happens in your life that you're like, oh, I need to talk to someone about this, you're not gonna tell all your friends. There are definitely some friends that you're gonna tell first and some friends that you're gonna tell later when you've been able to sort your thoughts out. Because that's definitely how it is with me and my friends, because not all friends are the kind of friends that you will tell everything, all your deep thoughts, and as they're happening. And that's not to shade your friends or to say that they're like bad friends, but there are probably some of your friends as well that like if something happened, you wouldn't be the first one they called, which is, I think, I mean, honestly, perfectly fine. But I can tell you more what I don't look for in a friend. The reason why I have broken off a couple of friendships, or the reason why I have not, you know, when you meet a new person, because this is what happens sometimes. I meet a new person and we start talking and we start like, you know, forming some kind of a bond or some kind of a friendship. The things that make me not continue that bond or break off a friendship is flaky people. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I know there's been this thing right now on social media being like how to get out of plans or how to cancel plans because all I want to do is be myself. I understand that is not a good trait for me. That is a bad trait. If I have a friend that's flaky, or that, you know, you have those friends that you're like, you have plans but it's a 50-50 if they're happening, we're not going to be friends for a really long time, because I hate flaky people. I'm so sorry. And I don't mean that I hate you if you're that person. I'm just saying that we can't be friends. Because if I tell you something, it's happening. If I tell you something, it is happening. There is no way that it's not happening. There's no way that I'm going to cancel, that I'm going to flake, that I'm going to be like, you know what, I'd rather just stay home. That's not me. If I told you something's happening, it is definitely happening. Why can I not open this packaging? Hello, sir. So there's definitely been a couple of friendships that just never really got off the ground. Look at this beautiful BH Cosmetics highlighter. So beautiful, because I got the flaky vibe, and it disappoints me in people. I can't do that with people, or at least we can't be like close friends. You're not going to be the one that I call to like make important plans with, because like I can't deal with that. It's not me, it's not who I am. Also will say that if there is something in your opinions about the world that really differs from how I experience or see the world, we might not be good friends either. Like, I have broken off some friendships with friends that I've noticed that they have like very different views than me on things like LGBTQI plus rights, racism, human rights, science. I have broken off some friendships, or like just let it just, you know, run its course, and just, not, I want to say ghost them, but in Sweden you say you let something just run out into the sand. You're not trying to like keep it alive or keep the flame burning, because you're like, this isn't for me. Some have made more like distinct breaks, like we cannot be friends. And some have just been like, I've just distanced myself and just, you know, quietly exited out the back door. So those are the things that I am not looking for in a friend. I also really dislike when people talk shit about others, because if there's something that I have learned in my soon to be 40 years of life, is that if you have a friend that's talking shit about people that are not there, you are the one that they are talking shit about when you're not there. Don't think that you're the special one, that they're like, you're the one getting to know all of this gossip. That is not true. When you're not there, you are the one they're talking about. And that is something that I have learned after spending time in my 20s with people like that. It's that they will always badmouth the person that is not there. And I just don't want to be around people like that. I'm not that person. If I don't like someone, I'll just not talk about them. It's just not that deep for me. And I understand that for me saying that, I might sound a little like preachy or like, don't talk shit about people. But it's just like, I understand that a lot of people, this is who they are and they like gossiping and they like talking about others. I just try to not be that person. You know, sometimes things happen and you have to like talk it through. Like if something very important happened that like is totally affecting me and my life. I'm gonna be using this one actually now, the Norns palette. And we are gonna be using this red because a lot of people were saying that you were having problems with the red in the original palette. I don't personally remember that, but we are gonna be using that one today just to see how it is. But yeah, if I have a friend that I notice that what they love doing is talking about others, I do tend to find other friends instead, because there are so many things you can be talking about. I don't personally want our conversations to be just solely about others. There's so many things we could be talking about. I don't 100% know what I'm doing, which is maybe fun, I guess. But yeah, this will be interesting. So I will say, and this is something that I've talked about before, I do miss having friends living here in Austin. I wish I had friends that I could call. I wish I had friends that like, let's go shopping, let's go have a coffee, let's go to the movies. And like right now, mainly the person I hang out with is my husband and some of our neighbors as well, because we do have really great neighbors in this area, and we sometimes do things together, go to a bar, go to a restaurant. We went to see the Barbie movie together, and that's been lovely. And every Sunday we meet up and we have this dog park with all of our dogs. If you follow me on my vlog channel, you've probably seen this, and I do love that a lot. Like I've been really enjoying that, but I do wish I had someone that I could be like, you know, that girlfriend that you could go to the nail salon with or have a coffee with or just meet up and just do something. I really miss that. Or like just go to a bar with, or just something. And I wish there was a way for like how to find friends in a new town. And I know that like Samantha March, now that she is living in Vegas, she found that like group of just, it's almost like an influencer group in Vegas, and she's met some friends through there, and she also lives in this apartment complex and she's met some friends through there. And I don't know, I just really wish that I could have met even more friends here in Austin that I could hang out with, because the friends that I have here in the US, I mean, I love them. I talk to them every day. Some of the girls that I'm going to on this trip, I talk to them every day. I talk to Linda and Heather and Karen and Allie every single day. In December, I'm going to Vegas to like a Creators and Friends holiday party, and I'm going with Heather and Kelly, K-Bella Beauty. I talk to her as well several times a week. Me and Samantha talk a lot as well. I mean, it's just, I wish that I had someone here. I do miss the human connection of actually like having someone to go to stuff to. And I'm also almost like thinking like, should I don't know, do a cooking class? Should I like join some kind of a learn how to do something and just try to meet people? I don't know. What would you recommend? Because I will say how I've met people before, which has been either through, I don't know, computer games or workplaces. It's just not possible right now because like I don't have a workplace and I don't want to meet more people online. Like I'll do, of course, but like that's not the main thing. I want to meet people in real life. So yeah, if you have any tips, let me know, because I do miss that a lot. Having the interaction with like actual people on more of a, I don't want to say day-to-day basis, but at least like, you know, having someone here nearby. I will say, just from using this palette now, I think that they, after the Norns palette, Oden's Eye, I love Oden's Eye, it's one of my absolute favorite brands. I think that they upped the quality when they released the first Norns palette, and then I think they upped the quality even more when they released that second Freya collection that they did. And after that, they really had this super amazing quality that I really love. And now that they updated this palette, they said that they were bringing that formula to this palette as well. And I will say, just from using this a little bit here, that I definitely recommend the Oden's Eye that I know from the palettes that have been released the past, like, what is it, like 2 years? Like the Hella palette and the other collections that they've done, and the Soulmona 2 palette. I definitely recognize that quality in how these shadows perform. I think it is absolutely stunning. Okay, so I have been using the red, and I have been blending that out with this mauve. And then I've been using this satin black. So you can tell it's like a little shiny, but not like metallic, but there's a little shine to it. And I think I'm gonna be using this orange. That's why I did this orange lip. It's called Glamour. So I think we're gonna be doing that on the lid. I got this question and I just briefly want to touch on it because I feel like I don't really talk about, like I said, I don't talk about drama, I don't talk about gossip at all. But what do you think about Jen Gerard speaking out about Jaclyn Hill? I think, and I've met Jen Gerard, and if you've been on my channel a bit, you know that I've met Jen Gerard. Me and Jen Gerard and Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner and my husband Ricardo went to lunch together when I was in LA. And since then, Jen has actually moved to Texas, and I do talk to Jen behind the scenes. I have met Jen, and my experience of her is that she is very kind and caring and uplifting and just calm and supportive and just a very nice person, honestly. And I've had nothing bad to say about her at all. I know that she's had her controversy. I think that nobody is perfect, and I think everybody can make mistakes. And I think that what you do after you had your mistake, that says a lot about you as a person and your character. And I know that she since has apologized. And I also think that, like, you don't get to tell me that you've never said a bad word about someone in your life. Like, we all do that. And I think that sometimes online it's so easy to judge others for stuff that we are, like, also doing ourselves sometimes. And I don't want to dive into that at all, but I do think that, like, as a person online, if you have receipts and if you feel like you want to talk about a situation and talk about, like, what's happened to you and how you feel about someone, the way that, like, obviously both Marlena and Jen, I talked to Marlena a little bit behind the scenes as well, how they feel about, like, how Jaclyn treated them. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you feel like you want to talk about that, I think that, like, why not? I mean, both of them came with receipts. They came with receipts. They were talking about, like, how they feel like they've been treated, what's been going on. And I think that it's sometimes very therapeutic and, like, healing for you as a person to be like, this is how I feel about this situation. This is how I feel like I've been treated. And I don't need to be, like, taking sides or having opinions about that, but I definitely think that if you feel like you want to talk about something and you have, like, receipts, I definitely think that, like, why not? As long as you are, like, okay with the fact that, like, not everyone is gonna agree with you, because that's always the case. But like I said, I have nothing bad to say about Jen. She's been nothing but nice to me, and I definitely think that she seems like a very nice person. What kind of an eyeliner do I want to have? Maybe something like a little yellow? Hearing about the situations that people have been having with Jaclyn Hill, it seems like she has been the kind of person that makes friends with people that she thinks can either help her or make her money. And then she has no problem of putting them to the side if she no longer feels like they are benefiting her economically or network wise when she's, like, moving on to better and bigger things. And I think that this is something that we've seen a lot with influencers. And I think it is a good thing that people talk about their experiences, because it might help some newer influencers that might be doing something similar to like avoid situations. Like, don't make people feel like they're your best friend and like feel like they can like trust you and that you have something genuine when you're maybe only friends with them because of business wise. Like, there's a difference between an actual friend and a business acquaintance or a business contact. And I think that there has been a lot of instances from what I've heard about Jacqueline that she might have maybe made people feel like they're friends when they're actually just business contacts. And there's nothing wrong with being business savvy. I'm trying to find some kind of a mascara. But I also think that when you're bound to like burn some bridges and to make some people sad with you. And I don't think that it's a bad thing to talk about that if you feel like you need to. It is very uncommon, both in the beauty community, I guess, and also in the real world, but like in the rest of the world, wow, who am I? That the richest people are the most liked people. A lot of rich people are rich for a reason. You have to be a little cutthroat. I think I am almost done. I'm gonna do a little matte inner corner highlight, and I'm just gonna be using the palette that's in front of me. I'm gonna use this like beigey shade over here, if I can find a brush. So I'm gonna end this with a more serious question that I thought was really interesting. And this is, any good tips on mental health care while being exposed to so much public as a YouTuber? I will say that there is bound to be, when you're a YouTuber, there is bound to be times when you're like, I've been at this point several times, even with my husband and with my friends, being like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Because people, like I said, can be so incredibly mean and so incredibly judgy, like I said before, about things that I don't think necessarily you would be as judgy to people in your real life, or to, let's be honest, yourself. And there's always going to be times when you think, is the benefits of this job or the fun things about this job, is it outweighing all the negative things? And for me, the most important thing that I can do when I feel like I'm being exposed to like just too much, honestly, is to stop reading the comments. So if you ever see me not responding to a lot of comments, or not hearting your comments, or you're just seeing me being less active, it's because I'm having one of those episodes where I'm like, I need a break. And it's not necessarily because I believe what people say about me, because I don't. When people say mean things about me, I know myself and I know that I am a good person. It's more that I get frustrated with the way that people talk to other people online. And I get frustrated because I'm like, I can't believe that there are people out there that think that these are okay things to say to strangers online. Like, why would you be this person? And that's the part that frustrates me. I get like frustrated with humanity. That's where I'm basically at. I don't know if I feel like I'm being mattified enough. I need to use a little bit more powder. So it's not necessarily me being like, oh, people are so mean, I want to leave the internet. It's more like people are so violently attacky online, and I don't know if I want to expose myself to that environment. And I think for me, taking breaks from like reading people's comments, reading people's reactions, being online overall, that is what helps me. I don't read like gossip forums, for example, because like there is a lot of very the language that is being used is just usually very judgmental, very attacky, very I am the best person in the world and I have the right to tell everyone else how they are failing at life. And it's just not the kind of context I want to like be in. I don't want to expose myself to that kind of language because I feel like it's just very judgmental to my mental health, even when it's not about me, even when it's about others. Because like I said, it's not about me believing the things that people say about me. It's more me being disappointed in how people choose to talk about others. I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, that is the finished look. I like everything. Can I say the thing that I'm the most impressed with overall is this one? How is this highlighter a like what $10, if even that, highlighter from BH Cosmetics? It is so good. It is just so good. It's the Sun Flex powder highlighter from BH Cosmetics. I 1,000,000% recommend it. I have mine in Beverly Hills. I will link it down below. It is just honestly incredible. And of course, this color of liquid lipstick, I'm gonna have to haunt Amanda to make sure that she brings this color back. When I meet her, I'm gonna let her know this one needs to come back. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. I hope I was making somewhat sense. I hope you're having a great day as well. And I will see you on Sunday for new makeup releases. And I cannot wait to chat with you again. Bye!